Hello, my name is Michael Ramage. I am the director of the Center for Computer and Information Technology at Murray State University. Wanted to hop on here today and talk a little bit about our upcoming conference, IT Matters. IT Matters is our annual conference that typically it happens in the fall and in Paducah. This year it is happening in the fall. Actually, it's happening in a couple weeks on September 16th from 1 to 4, but it will be virtual. And so I wanted to hop on and share a little bit about our speakers and share how you can get involved in this year's conference. But before I go any further, I want to make sure I point out that IT Matters is our fourth year, and for 4 years, CFSB has co-hosted the conference with us, and we certainly appreciate them for that and all that they do for both IT Matters and our Security Matters event in the spring. And also for the fourth year, we have had AT&T as our primary sponsor, and we appreciate the support that AT&T gives. The money that we raise from this conference through our sponsorship with AT&T and other sponsors, we use for scholarships. So it's great to have AT&T giving to our scholarships each year, and have been doing so for more than a dozen years, and for 4 years through this event. So thanks to them for that. Our event is from 1 to 4 on September 16th, as I mentioned, and in particular, it is going to be hosted virtually via Facebook and YouTube. So if you're watching this video right now on Facebook, you're going to be able to find our conference speakers on the same page that you're watching this. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's going to be the same channel that you're watching this right now on YouTube. I would encourage you to follow our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, so that as we post additional videos, which we are going to be doing on a regular basis now, that you'll be able to see those videos. Same way with this conference. Once it goes live on the 16th, it will notify you automatically that we are going live. So you can set that up to make sure that you find out when it starts. And if you would like more information, you can go to Murray State CIT on Facebook. So it's facebook.com/Murray State CIT. This year we have 4 fantastic speakers, all bringing something a little bit different than each other, and so I'm excited to share a little bit about what our speakers are going to be talking about. Our first speaker will be Drew Perry. Drew is the Senior Director of Information Security and Chief Information Security Officer for Valvoline in Lexington. Drew is going to be talking about the changing technology landscape of the worker bee and the hive. In particular, COVID has caused the IT workforce to change in a pretty significant way. The remote working became a thing, and people realized that, remote working could work. So we're seeing more of that. But that's a fantastic thing, especially if you're looking for a workforce and you can't find any in your community. But what that does is to bring about a lot of technology and security challenges. And Drew's going to share a little bit about that. Relating to security, our next speaker is Mark McCumber. He's also a Chief Information Security Officer. Mark is with Volta Inc. Volta is a managed service provider out of Louisville with clients all across the state and region. The title of his talk is Evolving Landscape of a Managed Service Provider. And in particular, Mark's going to talk about the things that are changing. The last year has also seen a significant rise in ransomware, some pretty high profile ransomware attacks, but the ransomware attacks are really bringing about some changing security concerns that a managed service provider, that small businesses, that tech professionals need to be concerned about. And we're going to hear from Mark how that's changing in his organization and what IT professionals and small businesses need to know about that. And then we're going to shift gears, going from talking about some security topics to talk about entrepreneurship and innovation and some things that are happening in our region in technology, growing the tech sector within our region. First is Dr. James Stapleton. He's co-founder of Codify. And Dr. Stapleton has been working with Sprocket Innovation in Paducah and in several communities across our region to help us grow our tech innovation in our communities. So his title of his talk is going to be Powering the Potential of Rural Communities to Thrive in a Digital Economy. West Kentucky is blessed to have a lot of those pieces that we need to thrive in a digital economy. And now we're starting to put some of those together based on some of the experiences that Dr. Stapleton has had in Missouri and Cape Girardeau, where he comes from. So he's going to share a little bit about the success he's had in Missouri, some of the work that we're doing in Kentucky, West Kentucky, the early successes, the early wins, and kind of what the vision is for that. And in particular, he's going to share ways that we can get involved as a community. How can we plug into the efforts that are going on in our region? And he's going to share a little bit about that, and hopefully you'll see some ways that you could plug in if you're interested. And then we're going to wrap up the day talking about blockchain. Blockchain is one of those technology words that we're hearing more and more often. Maybe you hear it in discussions with Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, but maybe we don't necessarily understand what it means. John Waltz, co-founder of Bluegrass Blockchain. John will come to us from San Francisco, where he lives, but he is originally from Paducah, grew up in Paducah, still loves this region, and is actually going to share a little bit about blockchain technologies, what they are, what they mean, and also outside of just cryptocurrencies. That's what most of us think about. That's most of the context that we've heard. But he's going to share a little bit outside of that as well, and then talk about the Bluegrass Blockchain Group and what that means. And I'll give you a hint. There's some awesome opportunities that we have in our region and across our state to really be at the forefront of blockchain development and growing businesses focused on blockchain as well. And he's going to share a little bit about that and how we can get involved as well. So we have a great lineup of speakers this year. I'm really excited about it. It's easier than ever to attend. I would just encourage you, log on a little bit before 1, get Facebook or YouTube playing, and you can listen in throughout those 3 hours to some great speakers. Each speaker is going to have an opportunity for questions. So comment in the chat, in the comments below the video, and we will make sure that we get any question that you have answered. And we look forward to you joining us on September 16th at 1 o'clock on Facebook and YouTube. Join us, listen to some awesome speakers, and try to network as best you can in the comments. And I hope we have a nice dialogue going on during our conference as well. If you have questions about any of this that you've heard about, let me know. You can comment it below this video as well, or send me an email, and I will make sure that I answer your question. Thank you for your time, and look forward to seeing you on the 16th. Thank you.